keeping with our recent tradition, we've got a hike to a waterfall. We did this last year in Georgia. I think we did the year before at Fall Creek in Quincy. So today we're in Newland and found this little Waterfall Park just right off the side of the road, literally. If I kind of show you back there, there's the main road. Parking lots at the bottom. Just walk up to the couple of levels of falls here. So I'm kind of at the middle. There's another one, further down the hill, and then there's one, right up on top of this one that we're at right now. So thought I would turn the camera around, show you what the setup is that I'm working on. Done a couple of HDR shots already, and I'm gonna do a series of long exposure shots just to make that water really smooth, and also gonna focus stack it because I got really three levels of focus here that I'm trying to get in the single shot. So I got a big boulder in the foreground with some moss kind of growing into the cracks, and then I got the first set of waterfalls and then the upper falls. So I'm going to go through and get all those into focus. Right now I'm shooting at, looks like F16, got a 10-second exposure. And I also have my noise reduction on, so it's going to double that time. But ISO set to 100 just to try and keep that down. So I'm going to stop this now, turn around, let you take a look at what we got going on. Alright, so there's the setup on the screen. Again, we're kind of focused on this boulder in the foreground, waterfall, first waterfall, and then the upper tier as well. So I've already got everything manually focused. Time to take a picture. Okay, so I don't know if we can kind of see it there with all that glare reflecting back, but that is the end result. Alright. So now, see if I can get where we can see. So I kind of have my focus set there. I'm going to move my live view up to that upper level. Zoom in there. And see if we can get that in focus. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, can't even find a spot to see it. That's not too bad. Such a pretty waterfall for just the side of the road. Kind of unexpected. The light's starting to come through the trees a bit. Lighting up the rhododendron on the side of the hill. Let's check our shot. Not bad. So in addition to my nerdy little camera stabilizer here, I got another nerdy device for this trip, and that is specifically for this activity of shooting these smaller intimate waterfalls. So I came across this product from another photographer, Nick Page, out of Oregon. I watch his YouTube channel all the time. Fantastic photographer, but he goes, on the Oregon coast, he's got to get into the water quite a bit. But this is Thanksgiving, and there's already some ice forming on the fall to the side. So this water is obviously going to be very, very cold. Last year in Georgia, I just sort of braved the water and dealt with it. This year, I'm going to show you what I got planned for dealing with that. What Nick recommended using was a product called the NRS Boundary Socks. And so basically they're a neoprene, kind of like a wetsuit material that you put on right up against your skin. It seals up around the calf. And then I just put water shoes on over top of that. And so we're gonna see what that does, see how long I can last in the water in these really cold temperatures. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what these boundary socks look like and kind of the setup I got going on. Gonna have to roll my jeans up pretty high to keep them out of the water, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. That's the water I'm getting ready to step into the first time with these things and see how they do. Just gonna kind of ease into here. That's pretty awesome. You can definitely feel that there's cold water around you, but it's taking the edge off quite a bit. Just sitting here kind of feeling it kind of get a little bit colder the longer I stand here. It's not bad at all. Certainly better than trying to do this barefoot. Probably lose some toes if I did that. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So far so good. Let's get this shot set up and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so just finished up that series of shots, and I was looking around for the next one, and off to the side here, we have kind of this little area of small waterfalls, got a little bit more movement in the water, but I really like this rock here with the water on it and the glare. I also kind of like the log here that's got a little bit of reflection on it as well. So I'm gonna get set up probably somewhere right back in there to see what kind of composure I can get from that spot. Well, for this shot, I switched over to a circular polarizer. I had the ND filter on when I was at the previous location, but to get the glare off of that rock right there, I had to switch over to a polarizer to cut that glare down. I was still able to get about 2 to 4 seconds of exposure time out of that, which gave me the result that I was looking for out of the water, and so I'm really happy with that result. I thought about trying to double them up, so I got the longer exposure time plus the benefit of the circular polarizer, but I'm using a 10 to 20 millimeter lens on this particular camera, and by the time I stack those rings together, I start to get some vignetting in the corners of the frame. I get that already with just a circular polarizer because it's a little bit thicker bezel around it than in the neutral density filters. But when I add both of them, I lose some of that focal range. So it's just a little bit of a compromise that I'm happy with. It worked out okay. So we'll see what the final result is when I get this back home and get it edited. But what I'm thinking about doing now is changing locations yet again. I seem to keep moving farther and farther from the main falls where I really intended to be. But I see this other smaller little cascading waterfall right behind me. I thought might look interesting as well, just to kind of step down into that pool or down around those boulders. So I think I'm going to be working my way downhill before I work my way back uphill. And I think we're doing okay on time. Still got about an hour before I got to get out of here and get back to the Lions game. So let me get on the move. Running out of time. I am just not quite sure how I'm going to get down there without killing myself. Now that I got these wet shoes. Luckily this moss isn't too slick. There, seemed to make it. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I want to be. I think right there, where I get that first set really close into the frame. If I can get there. Oh, just got whacked in the face with a rhododendron leaf. All right, that rock has got ice on it. Okay, made it. Okay, well, we had another step on the way home. This is at Elk River Falls. I expected this just to be a really quick stop and peek. Got all the way down to the falls and realized I made a mistake. Left my camera kit back of the car, so I hiked back to the car real quick, grabbed it. I'm on my way back to the falls, and it's pretty cool. Very impressive. We'll see that here in just a few minutes. Pretty, just light hitting that stone with the moss. That too. Oy. I hate stairs. Whoa. You okay, buddy? Good. Here it goes. Ready?
Yeah.
Got it. It didn't even click this time, buddy.